Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Grab your seat, because today's story is one you won't want to miss. It's about Moon Jae-young, the beloved actress adored for her elegance and her honesty, and how she surprised fans with an unbelievably calm response to a rumor involving none other than Cha Eun Woo. And yes, the story includes a mysterious military nurse. Sounds shocking already, right? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to share is a mix of emotion, drama, and reactions that will make you feel like you're sitting right there with them. So, let's dive right in. Imagine scrolling through your feed, expecting the usual updates from your favorite K-dramas or fashion events, and then suddenly you see headlines screaming, Cha Eun Woo linked to military nurse during service. It's the kind of thing that would normally send the internet into a frenzy, and of course that's exactly what happened. But the part that truly shook fans wasn't the rumor itself. It was Moon Jae-young's unexpected, almost shockingly relaxed reaction. Now, before we get into what she said, let's set the stage. Cha Eun Woo, as everyone knows, is not just a visual king but also one of the most respected idols-turned-actors of his generation. He's in the middle of his military service, and naturally, fans have been keeping an eye on every small update about him. That's when whispers began to spread about his closeness with a female nurse who works within his division. Some said they were spotted laughing together during breaks. Others claimed she was often seen near him. You know how rumors start. They begin as a spark, and before you know it, there's a wildfire. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Moon Jae-young, who has been linked to Cha Eun Woo countless times in the past because of their undeniable chemistry in True Beauty and their real-life closeness, was suddenly put under the spotlight. People wanted to know, how would she react? Would she be hurt? Would she ignore it? Would she even speak up at all? And then, just like a plot twist in a drama, Moon Jae-young gave her response. But what fans didn't expect was her tone. Instead of anger, sadness, or avoidance, she simply smiled during a short fan interaction and said, "So relaxed. Don't worry about things that don't matter." Can you imagine the silence that must have filled the room after she said that? People were expecting drama, but instead, she served calmness, an almost serene dismissal of the whole rumor. But what does that really mean? Let's break it down together. When someone says, "so relaxed," it could be interpreted in many ways. Some fans thought she meant she completely trusts Eun Woo and isn't bothered by baseless gossip. Others believed she was trying to show maturity, that at this stage in her life, she doesn't feel the need to react emotionally to every rumor thrown her way. And then, of course, there were those who thought this was her subtle way of sending a message directly to Cha Eun Woo. I'm unshaken, I'm confident, and I know where we stand. Now, dear viewers, let me ask you, if you were in Moon Jae-young's shoes, how would you react? Would you shrug it off and act calm, or would you feel compelled to clarify the truth? Comment down below because your perspective is just as important in this story. What makes her response even more intriguing is the history she shares with Cha Eun Woo. We all remember the behind-the-scenes clips from True Beauty where their chemistry felt too real to ignore. We've seen the way they laughed together, how their eyes lingered just a little too long, and the way fans often teased them for looking like a real couple. Those moments built an emotional connection for the audience, so naturally, when rumors like this military nurse story surfaced, people turned to Moon Jae-young for answers. But instead of feeding the rumor mill, she diffused it with grace. This is where things get even more emotional. Her calmness didn't just protect her own peace, it also shielded Cha Eun Woo. By not fueling the rumor, she helped it fade faster. Think about it, if she had reacted strongly, either defensively or with visible pain, the headlines would have exploded even more. Instead, her so relaxed response turned the heat down. And fans noticed. Many left comments saying things like, "This is why we respect her, she's mature beyond her years," and "Jae-young trusts Eun Woo, that's why she's calm." This is love without insecurity. But of course, not everyone saw it that way. Some skeptics online speculated that her relaxed tone meant detachment, that maybe she no longer cared as much about Eun Woo as fans believed. Could it be that she's moved on? Could her serenity actually be a sign of distance rather than closeness? That's where opinions started to clash. Now let me take you deeper into the emotional core of this story. Moon Jae-young is no stranger to public speculation. She has been linked romantically to several co-stars, but none of those rumors ever gained as much traction as the one involving Cha Eun Woo. Why? Because fans want to believe in them. Their chemistry was too powerful, too genuine. So when she said, "so relaxed," it wasn't just a casual comment, it was an emotional anchor for everyone who's been shipping them for years. Let's pause here and ask, could her response actually be a quiet confirmation of her trust and bond with him? Sometimes silence, or in this case, calmness, speaks louder than words. Picture this scene: Moon Jae-young at a fan event, smiling warmly as fans ask her about the rumor. Instead of dodging the question or letting frustration show, she softly says, "so relaxed." The crowd chuckles, maybe even claps. And in that single moment, she flips the narrative. She reminds everyone that she's in control of her emotions, not the tabloids. And yet, there's another layer here that we can't ignore. What about Cha Eun Woo himself? How do you think he felt when he heard about Moon Jae-young's reaction? We may never know for sure, but if he has even a fraction of the admiration for her that fans believe he does, then her calm words must have been a relief, a reminder that she stands by him, even when rumors swirl. But let's not pretend this is the end of the story. In fact, it's just the beginning. Fans are now buzzing with more curiosity than ever. Some even say that Moon Jae-young's calm dismissal only adds more mystery to her bond with Eun Woo. Because if she's so relaxed about the nurse rumors, doesn't that suggest a deeper level of confidence? Something only people truly connected share? Others, however, argue that maybe she's simply focusing on herself. Perhaps she's practicing self-love, refusing to let gossip steal her peace. In today's world, where mental health is so important, maybe her words weren't just about Eun Woo, they were about her own strength. And you, watching this video right now, don't you think there's something powerful about a woman who chooses calm over chaos? Isn't that, in itself, a statement? As the internet continues to dissect every angle, one thing is clear. Moon Jae-young's relaxed response has left a mark. Not because it revealed some scandalous truth, but because it showed us maturity, trust, and maybe even love. Whether that love is for herself, for Eun Woo, or for the peace she's chosen to keep. And let's be real, dear viewers. Doesn't this feel like a scene straight out of a drama? The calm heroine facing whispers with a smile, while the hero stands silently somewhere far away, knowing her words are enough to protect them both? That's the kind of love story people dream about, and maybe, just maybe, we're seeing it unfold in real life. So, what do you think? Was Moon Jae-young's "so relaxed" reaction a display of unshakable trust in Cha Eun Woo? Or was it a sign that she's already detached from the connection fans believe in? I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure to share them in the comments. One thing's certain, this isn't the last time Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun Woo will stir hearts. Their names are bound to cross again, whether in a project, a rumor, or maybe even something more. Until then, we'll keep watching, waiting, and wondering. And that's the beauty of their story. It's not about confirming or denying, it's about the feelings they leave us with, the questions they spark, and the hope they inspire. So, stay tuned, because this is far from over.